Hey, how's everybody doing? I haven't had a chance to make a video in a while, probably like about a week or so. I've been busy with work, no school, just work, and playing my PS5. Love my PS5. All right, so in case you're kind of like seeing that I'm getting low numbers, I think there's somebody watching me. It's either a salty family member or a salty ex girlfriend, and they're flagging my videos or they're reporting my videos. Why? Because they're salty or they're just annoyed that I'm not suffering in New York with them. And it sucks, but whatever. That's whatever. I just leave it up to the higher spirit or whatever you want to call it to balance that out, if you know what I mean. So, anyways, so in case for anybody who does not know me, or you're just like watching this video first, let me tell you really quick about me. I lived in New York for 26 years, Queens and Long Island, and then left in 2019. I live in Texas now. So, Dallas. So, this video, I'm just going to describe a couple of experiences and most of the reasons as to why how New York got me or pushed me away, got me sick and tired of living in there, and just pushed me away, drove me out, so I can just leave and not and leave for Dallas, Texas. So, anyways, in case I just told you, I've lived in Flushing, Queens. I lived in Bayside, Queens, Oakland Gardens. I know that whole entire area like the back of my hand. I also know Merrick, Long Island, Freeport, Long Island, Baldwin, Long Island, Rockville Center, Long Island, Massapequa, Amityville. I know all those areas also like the back of my hand. Okay, and now what I if you're there watching, then you probably know what I'm talking about. If you're in another state, then you don't know what I'm talking about. So please listen very carefully. Um, Living in Long Island, right? Most of the people there are from what I remember and from my experience, most of the people there are incredibly, and I cannot stress this enough, many of a miniature, minuscule mindset, ant-like type of mindsets. All right, very close-minded, uh, very everything is either up or down, very two-dimensional. For example, if you're a man and you don't have a sports car, you don't have rock hard abs, you don't have muscles, and if you don't have a wife, and if you don't have a hot trophy wife, by the way, sports car, make a lot of money, and own your own property, own your own business. If you don't have all of those things, then you're not successful, and you're not in the club, and people will treat you and look down upon you, and that's okay. I accept that. That's fine. I mean, as dumb as that sounds, that's just the way it is out there. Okay. Not only that, people are there are incredibly not selfish, but I want to say envious. So if you do have a little something going on for yourself, like a girlfriend, like a really pretty girlfriend, or you got a really nice car, or maybe you just bought a nice house, people tend to kind of like really want to rattle your or shake your foundation, so that way they can see you lose. Okay, in many different ways. So especially if you're working with them, they're gonna try to like oh, you probably got a high APR. Are you sure you're gonna be able to pay that house? Like, what is it? What is it's none of your business. But living in Long Island, your life is everybody's business. Okay. That being said, so living in Queens and working in Manhattan is a I don't want to say totally different lifestyle or mindset or experience, but what I will tell you, growing up in Queens, also, a lot of kids, most of us come from single parent households, very indoctrinated by the democratic high schools and middle schools there too, and it's just like you're on your own. If you're a teenager, like we were able to just run the streets, cut school, be crazy, be a little hoodlums, just create problems because we were cutting school a lot. So it's the pipeline into prison over there, living in that area around Queens. I don't want to say Bayside Queens or Flushing Queens or Jamaica. It's a bad area. If you live there, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not there, it can get a little bit out of control. So the pipeline from the school to prison pipeline is very wide there, if you know what I mean. That being said, as I grew up and realized like I don't even like Long Island, and I don't even like living in Queens or working in Manhattan, because in Manhattan you got all these other types of different Midwesterners that came from Ohio, Wisconsin, uh, Austin, Texas, or Michigan, just so they can live their little 6 months or one year in New York and Manhattan, and then go back to their homes where they came from, because they got that safety net, right? And they can say, "Oh, I lived in New York. I made it. I lived there for a year. I lived there for 2 years. I made it. Oh, look at me. I'm so cool." So not only that, just the politics, the people looking at your workplace. People want to see what kind of socks you're wearing. Are you wearing expensive clothing? What kind of watch you're wearing? Everything there has to be. It's almost similar to Long Island, and probably because the people from Long Island go to work in Manhattan as well. It's just everything has to be new. You have to have a new phone every day. You have to have a new girlfriend every day. You have to have found a new different bar, chill spot to hang out with your friends every day. Everything has to be new. New workout every day. Everything has to be new. Nothing can be just maintained, or nothing can just be stagnant, or just a little for at least a little bit. Everything has to be new every day, and you have to spend the most on the drinks every weekend, and everything just has to be extravagant. you know and that's what really, that combined with the experience I had on Long Island, all of those things, just like this is all of you people are insane. I do not want to stay here any longer, because I don't subscribe to this type of mindset. I don't like people telling me what I should wear when I go when I'm by myself. What kind of socks I should wear? You gotta get these socks. You gotta get these socks from Dolce. Oh no, Salvatore Ferragamo. You gotta get this and you gotta get that. No, but you gotta have that phone. No, because that phone is good, and that's what you. I don't like people telling me what to buy, how I should live my life. That's probably one of the main things that really wanted me to just be like, hey, you're all cool. Some of you are my family, some of you are my friends, but you're all effing crazy. All of you are crazy, all of you, because none of you can have just have a good day. Enjoy your day. No, everything has to be that big SUV. Oh, my son and my daughter's going to a Poison Ivy League school, and this. Oh Lord, you can't be normal. You have to be extravagant, and you have to be shiny, and you have to, Lord. And that's why I left. If they want to be that way, be that way. Be all you want to be. You want to go broke trying to impress everybody, and trying to impress your neighbors, and trying to impress your girlfriends or your friends. Go for it. I'm just not gonna subscribe to that type of mindset. I've had it up to here, which is why I left. So basically, those are most of my main reasons as to you're all nuts. Now in Dallas, Texas, I can guarantee you nobody gives a f about what you do with your life. People here wear boots in the middle of the street, cowboy hats. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, because everybody's in their own little world, and that's why I love being here. And this is pretty much why New York City, Long Island, whatever you want to call it, Long Island, New York City, that whole entire area just pushed me away. And like, if you're still there, you're probably not gonna like what I'm saying. But hey, freedom of speech. I can say whatever I want, and you can say whatever you want too. All right, peace out.